Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Spectre of Communism. We are playing the Second Battle of Kiev here. Okay, let's take that, since I do need to take plenty of things around here. And let's go for the double attack. Not sure how powerful these guys are, but one thing's for sure, and I think that taking over that stuff is probably a good idea. I'll have to do a bit more investigating in that area before I continue along that road. There's a still movement that can still escape even after this, if that would be necessary. I mean, they have these already. I guess at that point fire discipline is probably the best. Might take a little bit longer before I can subdue them. Yeah, I had a sensation that that wasn't gonna work out the way I would have liked. But let's finish that off. So they are dead. Now 200 points. I got 35%. I did lose a lot up till now. If only my unit could get there, but I need a different way to get to it. Nope! Oh, come on. Ah, man. Well, at least it's one non-lethal damage. That still really sucks, but since in no way did I want to do that. Well, you already attacked, so you might just as well go in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I take that hex, I don't think they have anything to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4 at that point. This way though, now I can at least escape from them attacking. And I can go after that anti-aircraft. I will also be able to move you here. Start harassing that a little bit more. Yeah, so going into that direction just not necessarily the most amazing choice immediately. I mean, besides the Nashorn, which I agree is, I guess, quite dangerous. I don't have that much going on. Although I would go there. Yeah, they're at least no longer getting supplies though. I got Destiny Fire, Training Strike, First Strike, People's Hero. I guess the next thing is Sniper, because it gives me +1 gun range and spotting range by itself. Just probably super useful. Now, these forces are gonna go down through the shipping area, but I still need to take at least a portion of Kiev with these forces, so I might just as well work on it. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys take it back though, although also for these they can no longer get any supplies. Well, actually, the forces on the eastern bank cannot get any supplies at all at this point. Let's not necessarily take that just yet. Hmm. And next turn it's gonna rain anyways, I might just as well kill that. This is not even Kiev yet. Lots of enemy infantry. It's okay. These have a range of 3, so even if they could actually attack from there. So let's get them to this side of the riverbank. I mean, why not? With their artillery gone. Gee. The heck. Okay. Well, let's move you. And this at least already saves me the command points. I don't think... they can land there. I'm just gonna move these guys a little bit, but it makes it so that these points are already spent. So you might as well also go down already. Let's get the AA. And like I said, next turn will be night turn, so I think that is probably the best time to go and harass the enemy forces there. Make sure that they're anti-aircraft, don't get any fuel and ammo, things like that, or to make sure they are out of ammunition, things like that. You don't actually... Huh. Okay, I guess moving... Not a good tactic for them. Should have moved this first. Oh well. These guys will have to take the northern side, or the northern area, and then start moving up. In order to make sure that they... At least they're out of ammo. As far as an attack goes, that wasn't amazing, but it was still fine. Right, so they have that thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If they were to move, it would become a problem. But they will not likely do that. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point there would be another wave, but not necessary right now. I always look at the minimap excessively much in times like these, because okay, kinda sucks still, but not the end of the world. Okay, so this turn is completely useless. I mean, the only good thing, I guess, that comes from it is that the enemy AA will waste everything. I'll gladly go out again. Real funny how they said that I would not take any damage, but then ultimately I did. Come on. Well, there's one more ammo. That was non-lethal. How much do they still have? 3 ammo. Okay. They have 1 ammo left. And now nothing. Well, we know they have an artillery there that might be a little bit easier to kill. The emphasis on might. How much damage are we looking at? 602 now. But I don't think it counts for losses. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay, for a bit. Probably because I lost that KV. I just don't understand how these guys can actually deal damage, whereas these guys can't. One good thing is they have limited ammunition, so... Okay. Let's keep attacking though. Yeah, a turn like this is done pretty quickly. Ain't too much that I can do anyway. Okay, so now that these are overwhelmingly defeated, I do think it... Oh. It is time for the next step. Which is getting all these guys on boats. I'll have to take that. It will not be easy. You already thought as much that there would not be space now, but okay. That's looking good. These guys trying to move through eastern Kiev. For whatever that's worth. We know this is empty. Oh, right. I completely forgot about that. They're getting supplies, unfortunately. But let's put those guys in here so I can deal with those two. Yeah, so took a little while, but now also they're out of ammo, and I got a few more forces over there. And that's looking fine. Although you can go here, deal one more damage. We know they have AA there. However, I will, of course, once again actually take damage, despite the game telling me I won't. Luckily, it's all non-lethal, so it's not that bad. All right. So I even got the ability to attack this for a bit. It probably did not do a whole lot of damage, but still. They do 1 damage now. That's pretty good. Oh. Huh. Okay, well that kind of sucks actually. But I only need to see where they potentially have the units. Okay. Well, while they're in here, it is very unlikely that they'll take damage during a turn like this. I mean, I think that's it though. Let's say the minimap, that's always the first indication. Doesn't seem like a whole lot's happening indeed for this turn, so that's good. Oh, they have another fighter, huh. And yet another one, okay. At least that infantry and such are losing ammo at the moment. I guess not so much the artillery, but... I mean, I'm gonna have to get rid of that support at some point. And I guess that does in a way deal with it. It doesn't seem like there is more. It's probably most convenient to then just go in there. They cannot attack a second time. Indeed. Yeah, going after the anti-air. Also a good idea. Fair enough, and that is actually also a problem. 4, 5, so it can actually support these as well. They had 2 attacks. Well, I guess it's like one step at a time.
All the enemy forces on Kazachi Island have been eliminated.
Good work, Comrade Rokossovsky. Now crossing the Dnieper will be much easier.
Yeah, maybe, but I still need to defeat the guys around here. I mean, I have one infantry that can technically land here, but I'm quite sure it will be easily demolished. So I'm quite sure it's not all that smooth. Also, Kiev is quite full of enemy units, entrenched enemy units, unfortunately. So that it's yeah, these dense buildings prevent me from getting in close. However, that's a one down. These tanks now have no more purpose, so I'll start sending them down. The artillery still does, together with the infantry, so I will be glad to use those over time. I really like how now they can not go back. Oh, let's go here, then at least they only have to deal with that. Although, it doesn't. Look particularly well, so it actually need to deal with them just so that they don't get attacked that way. Well, that's fine. Huh? What, from these guys? Seriously? Can't have been from the artillery. Wow. Okay. I would not have imagined that. Both of their planes landed on there, so if I can actually take it, that immediately deals with both fighters. That would be an exceptionally great boon, but we do know that they have the heavy artillery there. Or the Pak 43. So... either way, it would be no easy feat. Okay, at least it was non-lethal. And let's finish off those enemy planes. Perfect. That makes my job a lot easier. I don't have double attack there, unfortunately. But well, I actually cannot get there. I could have attacked them from there, but I messed that up. Yeah, great. Can I undo? Perfect. Not too interested in taking that immediately. They do have first strike. But just attacking straight up into that cannot be good. Well, go in here, clear the mines. Not entirely, apparently. That's okay. Let's do it here too. So I don't know what they still have in this area, but take the city, kill them, and move back so I can start working on Litki. At least I got that. Yeah, let's go. I guess as far as airfields go, that one doesn't work yet, of course. So I kind of have to stock up on this side. They might still have anti-air in that area, so I also do want to be careful anyway. Although I am quite happy to have taken down those 2 units. Okay. These will also start moving up once the northern part of Kiev has been cleared. That's probably one more turn. I just don't want to run into AA on that side. But I think this will be fine for now. No need to attack into that. AA will move up though. So I guess, yeah, these are the ones that can just land. Obviously not just now. Well, for this turn I only need to send one unit. I'm still quite busy with the double attacks and things like that, so... Or with the artillery attacks and things like that. Okay, so the next hurdle will be these. They will be protected by this anti-aircraft before I can really start bombing. Although I also need to clear this and probably another bunker in here. Seems very likely to me. Yeah. What I will do... I'll try to bomb on the next turn. Alright, not bad. So they have double artillery there. It could be a problem. They might also no longer get any supplies all the way up there. I don't think this is probably a good idea. Yeah. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try to deal with the forces on this side a little bit more first. Whoa. Better take it easy like that. Do they still get supplies? They do. Alright. Okay, well. Let's make sure we revealed our units a bit first. That's funny because it looks like they won't counter, but they will. Got a bit of a notification there that shouldn't be there. Whoops. Yeah, that's not the way I want to go at it. But this moves them right in between all of these guys. Now, I'll get rid of these guys, I think soon enough, but... Oh, no, please. I need to get out of his range. There you go. Yeah, I don't have any good angle. You are first strike, but Yeah, this thing is... Wait, so I could attack it from this hex as long as they move. Alright, there we go. So that clears both of these. Which, yeah, so they do have anti-aircraft there, ultimately. But it's not really a big deal. What? They support through this? Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. So even though they don't have range on that, they still get to shoot through it. That's weird. Because they should not have range like that. Okay, well. I don't know if that's a bug or not, to be honest. I mean, I would think so, because normally if I put them in here, they would not be able to overshoot. So why would they be able to shoot through a building on the fence? Only. That doesn't sound legit to me. It seems like a bug, I think. Okay. But if they also have infantry there, I can probably actually move there. Get out and attack again. I would be surprised if they got supplies. Okay, they don't now. We'll take it in due time. Although, yeah, let's just attack, because now every non-lethal actually does become lethal, because they can't recover, because they don't get any supplies. Same accounts for those units up here. And I might as well attack. Don't really have anything else to do anyway with the rest of these forces. Well, I clear out the remainder of this stuff. It's not too much yet anyway. Okay. Let's get all of these air units landing in there though. And I'll think about how to deal with them just a little bit later. Meanwhile, I'll continue to go through this. Let's just maybe wait until I can get the recon a little bit closer. The thing is actually problematic. So they're out of ammo. Both of these. I mean, I'm almost through the city. Do you have the sniper? Yeah. Now, doing it like this is not bad because they will not get hurt by these, regardless. So it's pretty decent. What I can do though, do I really need that? Whoops. Because I'm much better off using that artillery there. And I suppose then trying to get out of there. Although this is probably like a bunker or something. But it does show that the middle island is also well entrenched and it has multiple 5-range artillery pieces. Interestingly enough. Nope. At least I got lucky. All right. Well, I'm playing like an ass. How did you get hurt? Oh, they didn't. I'm really playing like an ass here. Right, so this removes their Overwatch. They'll have another one there. But The most pressing goal here is to destroy the anti-aircraft gun. Pretty much it's been dealt with. Okay. And now these guys. They have a total of 3 ammo that I need to plow through. And interestingly enough, well, okay, didn't see anything there. They still have Overwatch as well. But ideally, okay. That was that. That destroys at least those guys. That still does not mean that I can land at all. Now, I'm not even sure whether I can get rid of this now. But let's see. Seems like for now I can bomb it. Okay, fair enough. This finishes off the anti-aircraft in the region. So next turn I can then work my way to finish these off. And hopefully I can start landing soon. Well, certainly I'm moving these guys a little bit closer. Since the AI is very unlikely to see them anyway. Okay, and actually dealing a damage there. Not bad. I still lost a gazillion prestige. My prestige count is actually very low at this point. Again, for the moment, I'll leave them there until I've landed. Yeah, let's start moving these artillery pieces up. Also, because this is actually an area where I can shell there, and then it will be somewhat easier to cross on that side. Somehow I'm surprised they actually made it there. Let's see. Yep. Like I said, I messed that. Oh wow, 3 damage, huh? Super great. I messed that one up severely. 5 non-lethal. Okay, wow. Holy cow, I happy that I put those guys forward. Just a regular night turn. Alright. We know that those are at 2 strength. Ah, they cannot remove any of those. Okay. Oh, I guess that's empty now. Okay then, well. Good. Good. That was my my plan all along.
We've begun the conscription in the liberated territories, Comrade Vorshilov.
Good. We need all the manpower we can get.
Let's go for fire discipline on these guys. They have very little ammo, so I'm sure it will do them well. Problem, of course, during a night turn like this, movement is pretty rough. Alright, I finish off at least one of them. They'll have the other one still. That's unfortunate, but okay. I need them out of there. Because I messed that up. How badly are we? Yeah, it's another 100 prestige because I messed that up. That was bad. Let's go down here. So they got themselves some anti-air around that area. A bit unfortunate that. So that then also needs to be dealt with in a way. Somehow this thing is it has anti-air radar and heavy searchlight. That's the reason. Like that thing somehow was exceptionally brutal. So however, again, at least it's non-lethal, so that helps. And they have only one ammunition left. 5-0 is not what I'm looking for here. But they're out of it now. Okay, so what I want to do then, now that that thing is out of ammo, or maybe I should have done this earlier yet anyway, is actually attack this. Huh. Actually dealing damage. Okay, so they are now at a sufficient low number. That's another obstacle down. Do I really need to do a reveal? That would be... very embarrassing. I'm not, yeah, let's do it anyway. Didn't help. Oof. Seriously? I think the guards, yeah, they cannot land. These are regulars. Technically, I think they should, but then they'll get attacked by this. But it's night. Like, how bad could it possibly be? Oh. Never mind. I guess they cannot do that. Well, still, of the lower units, I've actually sent almost all of them. Currently. So that only drains their ammo for this particular turn. However, I'll need 2 infantry across, so I will start dealing with that soon enough. Let's start moving you up. You here. To be realistic, there's not a whole lot I need to do down there anymore, so might just as well go. I'll send them down there because I don't think it's useful to have just one bomber up there. Just killing one of my planes casually. Great. During the night, no less. And it's raining. Killing my plane during the night like that. Unbelievable. I need to kill this. If I want to have even the slightest chance at landing. Now I could, I think, land here. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Seems like I miscalculated that even. Yeah, I figured as much. Well, unfortunately, yeah, it'll be very tough to hold regardless. But we're getting there. With stuff like this, sometimes I really wonder whether it will be ever possible to get them. They also have an artillery there, so... One, two, three, four, five, six, seven... Why can they not enter in there, though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, okay. Well, let's keep you there, then. Thanks. Oh, wow. Another fighter. That is definitely something that I always wanted. More enemy air units. Because we definitely did not have enough of those. How bad is this weather, you would ask? Well, oh, really bad. Wow. Let's do it like this then. Kill them, take that. Now that I've taken that, can only take it from the next turn. But I should get some recon over to that area. Fairly much, I would think. Yeah. Meanwhile, the last of the resistance there is now broken. Do I have any with link the fight? No. There's no reason necessarily to attack. They will always get hit. So I'm much better off just protecting some of my assets up here, at least for now. And hopefully next turn I can take that, and then a turn after that only I'll be able to land. Anyway, I'm gonna, let me guess, they have all weather, right? Yeah, of course. Of course. Why wouldn't they? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap things up. Thanks for watching. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye.